Hey guys, so just before this video starts, I just wanted to say in regards to my other video where I talked about the pigs were moved, I didn't really go into detail for why, but there's nothing for you guys to worry about. Everything is fine. They're just over here temporarily at my mom's. I'm still the one looking after them. They're still all my babies, and they will be coming home soon. We're just having some changes and stuff going on right now, but again, nothing to worry about. So they're over here. And everything will be getting back to normal. I don't really go into my personal life. My channel is more towards my pigs, and I'm just kind of a closed person for that kind of stuff. But once we get settled and everything is back to normal, then I can share some more stuff with you guys. But just for now, I'm probably going to be doing a bit less for videos. Maybe once a week, maybe twice a week. But once things are normal, I'll be back to the 3 times a week. So I'm still going to show you guys like routines, cage cleanings, doing videos like that. So I'll appreciate everybody's patience, and hopefully you guys can understand that I really don't like getting too personal for talking on the internet about my own life. I'm all for sharing about the pigs though. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Bye-bye. Hi guys, Skinny Pigs 1 here. So today is Angus's neuter day. So I have his carry cage, that's his little recovery cage. He has a foam hut in there right now so that on the car ride and while he waits at the vets he can feel safe, and he has a bit of hay. There's a cuddle cup there for recovery. They like to have obviously access to him and make sure that they can see him, and they do ensure that he stays warm with lots of heated up fluid bags placed around him, like little hot water bottles kind of thing. And there's a bag with some more hay and water bottle, and then I also have a Ziploc bag in the fridge that has all of the vegetables. So my vet clinic says they can have pellets and hay and water up to their surgery, but please don't give them any veggies or fresh food like that. They like to save all of that stuff for when they're waking up to encourage them to eat. So Angus will go this morning. I drop him off, then he gets a health check prior to his neuter, and if all is clear for that, he gets neutered probably around 11 or 12, and then I'll hear early afternoon how he's doing. So all surgeries do have risks. If you're doing things like a neuter that's less invasive than a spay, and you're doing it on a young animal who's healthy, eating great, the risks are less, but weird things can always happen. So that's something to consider. And you also want to consider where you're taking your pet. And don't feel bad if you have to ask a lot of questions in order to feel comfortable and confident in what you're choosing to do. So if you were to get procedures done on a guinea pig who's not feeling well, isn't eating right, that's a lot riskier. I also find it's a lot riskier getting procedures done on guinea pigs who are extremely scared and skittish by nature. So 2 ladies that I think of are Nanaimo and Butterscotch. They had pretty invasive surgeries and they just didn't make it through their recovery. And I think a huge part of that is them just being extra stressed out from new environments and stuff like that. So Angus is a really social little guy, super healthy, he's young, he's fit. So for him, the pros greatly outweigh any cons or risks in my opinion. We did have Littlefoot neutered at the same vet clinic. I go to the same vet clinic for all my procedures, so I feel very confident that he's going to do great today, and it's really going to change his life for having friends, female friends. I think it's a great choice for him. So I will update you once we hear back how everything went. Hey everyone, so we're back from the vet. Angus is in that cube there. It's really hard to see him since he is a black skinny pig. But he did really well for his surgery and his recovery. He was eating again right away at the vet clinic. He looks pretty darn awake to me here. He's moving around. So he has some medications to take for the next little bit. Some Medicam, which is a pain med and anti-inflammatory, and then he also has antibiotics. So my vet clinic always chooses to do antibiotics whether they need it or not, just in case, since guinea pigs are prone to, you know, pooping and peeing right where they're sitting while they're eating or sleeping. And that's where his incisions are, obviously. So he has 2 small incisions. They have sutures that will dissolve, and then the top part of the skin is closed with a skin glue. So I just have to keep an eye on those to make sure that they're not opening up, leaking, that it's not looking red or extra swollen or anything like that. So I really enjoy that he is on fleece so that everything is super soft, and you'd want to be really careful to never use shavings if they're recovering from a neuter, because those could poke and pry into where they just got stitched up. And then fleece is also nice if you put light colored fleece, so you would be able to tell if there was any bleeding or anything like that happening. I'm choosing to just have orchard grass in his cage right now too, since that's the softest hay, in case he gets rustling around in there. Guinea pigs are animals that heal super fast, which is great. So in a couple days, like, everything's going to be really sealed shut, and then by a week it's going to be a really good scab that is going to be close to falling off. I remember for Littlefoot's neuter, 2 weeks and you couldn't even tell he had anything done. And I remember for Calvin, he had a huge cyst removed once up on his upper back, and it was like day 4 and it was already almost all the way out for the scab. It was crazy fast. So anyway, I'm really glad that he's home, and he's going to feel more comfortable now that he's back where he's familiar. You can hear the pigs, smell the pigs, get eating and drinking. I'm going to go warm up a little pod that I have. I forget what it's called. It's a little heat pod, and I'm going to place it under where his snuggle sack is. One thing you got to remember is when they're coming out of anesthesia, they have a hard time regulating their body temperature, and since he's a skinny pig, I need to be even extra careful to make sure he stays warm. Okay guys, Sadie, here's the one. Good boy. I gotta get your other one. Good boy. That's my good baby. How you doing? How's my handsome? How's my handsome boy? Good boy. Love you. You're a good boy. Hey guys, so it is Saturday evening, and Angus has been neutered since Thursday. So we have a little change here. We had to build a wall. So when I came in the room Friday morning to do my morning routine, Angus was nowhere to be found in his cage. I actually had a panic where my heart was beating really fast because I was thinking, what happened to him? Where is he? He was over in Bullseye's cage. I don't know how long he had been in there, but there was lots of chattering and they were circling each other, so I quickly took him out of there. Luckily, nobody was injured or hurt or anything, and Angus's stitches all looked perfect. It was crazy. So he obviously somehow jumped that 14-inch grid wall and got over there. I have no idea why he would want to go over there, because they're not friendly with each other anymore. So I was just thankful that nobody got hurt. So Angus is doing great. So the night we came home, I had him eat and drink some. I had to bring his water bottle over to him, but he would eat hay and he would eat veggies and he was pooping well. And then I let him have a little nap for a couple hours. Then I came back one more time to check on him before I went to bed, and he was already livelier and he was eating decent. I still hadn't seen him drink from his water bottle, so I brought that over for him again. And then by morning he was pretty normal, so that would have been, you know, almost 24 hours later he was basically normal. And then by the second night he was completely himself, with being out and about, eating, drinking and all of that stuff, and his stitches and everything are looking great. So he automatically gets like the 1 week worth of antibiotics, and I think it's about 4 days, twice a day, of the Medicam, which is pain meds and anti-inflammatory, and then he'll be finished. So definitely by the end of a week he'll be basically healed, and then probably by 2 weeks you won't even know that he ever had anything done. So it's been great, minus the fact that I had to make a little wall up there. I have no idea what that was about, and I'm so glad that nobody got hurt and that Angus didn't wreck his stitches or hurt himself. He is a crazy boy.